Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. Last Sunday, Jay Glazer reported just how close the Steelers were to finalizing their trade for wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. In the end, close didn't matter, and the 49ers locked him in with a new deal. That leaves the Steelers without a true wide receiver, too. And that creates some challenges, even with an Arthur Smith offense that is heavy on the rushing attack and favors tight ends in the passing game. While the first regular season game is just one data point, it looked like the receiver situation wasn't entirely bad. Sure, the blocking left room for improvement, and Van Jefferson didn't look as good as he had in the preseason. But George Pickens was him, and even better than what we saw last year. 6 catches on 7 targets for 85 yards, not counting the long pass negated by a questionable offensive pass interference call. Without Deontay Johnson, who was traded to the Panthers, the concern was that Pickens would be regularly facing double coverage and be less effective. That wasn't the case. Pickens saw 7 targets, one more than his average of 6 in 2023, and he caught them all. His route running showed all the work he had done in the offseason, proving that he is no longer a one-trick pony that can just go streaking down the sideline. It's not a perfect situation. And despite how close the team was to adding major talent to the wide receiver room, that ship has sailed. So what they have now is what they will have this season. But after seeing what Pickens was able to produce, with the backup quarterback starting with less than a full week of prep, is very encouraging. Give Justin Fields a full week of practice or get Russell Wilson healthy enough to start, and George Pickens may be able to make Steelers fans forget that the wide receiver depth chart isn't quite stacked. That's my take. You can follow me on Twitter @GirlSurgeon. Check out The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow us on SteelersDepot.com. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.